Alright guys, today in this video I'm going to talk to you guys about level 60 gears real quick, on which gears you should be using, so let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off with the Light of Avatar, I don't think that this is a usable weapon for a very long time. Obviously it's usable, but I don't think that it's good compared to Apocalypse. Apocalypse gives the two most needed stats in the beginning game, crit rate and ignore defense. Forgive me for I do not remember what level ignore defense comes onto the weapon, but crit rate and ignore defense are the two most needed stats for the early game in this game because ignore defense is the best stat up until 100%. Essentially, it's in that range, and then crit rate you're gonna struggle hitting crits, and bosses are gonna get more crit resistance over time. I don't know when exact crit resistance starts coming on, but yes, bosses will have crit resistance later on in time. So having crit rate is good. Apocalypse is the best weapon for DPS to build up over time, in my opinion. Light of Avatar, while it's usable, just is not as good as Apocalypse. Now, if you are a priest or a paladin or just someone who's playing like a full support build, Avenging Rage is going to be your answer. It gives HP percent, which is vitality. Vitality percent is not HP percent, but vitality is HP. So with vitality percent, it's basically HP percent in short. Um, so it gives vitality percent, which raises your HP, and then it gives you healing done if you're on a priest. I don't think paladin gets the healing done, but it gives healing done on a priest. This is the best support weapon. I say support mainly focusing on priests because priests get the actual healing done on all their gears, whereas paladin don't, I believe. But yeah, this is a support weapon. It's gonna give, I think, yeah, this is just kind of it because these are all DPS stats if you really look at it. Like there's defense in it, I guess, but when you look at it, when you break it down, Avenging Rage is the best support weapon. Like I don't think that there's really much to explain. There is Spectre of Destruction, which is the dodge weapon, but this dodge weapon is not able to be used for a very long time because 1% dodge, 2% dodge, 3% dodge, like it starts off very, very low. I don't really think that you would use it over the other weapon until it reaches like 9 or 10% to where you're getting actually a hefty amount of dodge from the dodge weapon. But before that, I don't really say that you run the dodge weapon on a priest. So next, moving on to actual gear sets. So why did I click chest? Okay, there we go. So there's four different gear sets, but in my opinion, two are above the rest for like 99% of the game. So the first set for a DPS I recommend is Eternal Storm. Eternal Storm is going to give you crit rate and ignore defense. Again, these are two of the most needed stats for a beginning game up until like level, I think around level 105. When you get Meloetta, it's going to be when you can start thinking about swapping this. But for now, Eternal Storm is going to be the best set, and it even still at max level is the best set for pure damage. Obviously, other sets can be used for other purposes, but for pure damage, Eternal Storm is going to be your set. The set effect is 10% crit damage. So if you're a DPS player, Eternal Storm set, you will have Eternal Storm in every piece. I think if I go here, you'll see Eternal Storm. Um, do we not have people with Eternal Storm yet on the shoes? Maybe not. Oh no, here it is. Eternal Storm. And chest isn't unlocked yet, but there should be Eternal Storm as well on the chest. So Eternal Storm is the DPS set. Now for supports, it should be Unwavering Oath. Unwavering Oath gives you block chance and healing done, and then some base HP. I think that this is the best support set because the healing done bonus is good, block chance is really good in PvE, and dodge rate. The dodge set is very underwhelming for like 80% of the game. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not terrible, but it just feels very underwhelming for majority of the game. When the block set has more benefits in PvP and PvE for a very long time, essentially forever. But once you reach a certain threshold on priest, your whatever you build or wear doesn't matter in PvE as much. But for now, for starting off the game, I recommend going with the block set And then later on down the line, as we get stronger, you can swap it out. But for now, I say that the block set is still the best set for priests and paladins currently. Now, that's just like the basic entry level equip set for priest, paladin support players, Unwavering Oath, and Avenging Rage for DPS, Apocalypse, and Eternal Storm. That's the basics. I'll probably make a more advanced guide in equips and the niches of equip sets later on. However, a lot of those niches do not come in until later levels, which is why I'm not going to cover those currently. It is more easy to digest just the basic combos for the best of its purpose rather than niche. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.